Hello. Today I will be showing you how I get ready, and actually, I've already done it, and I know that I can't tell how great this lighting is, but I will be doing my makeup and showing you how I get ready. However, I already did it once because I was testing out how to do live streams, so I will take all of this off. First step. And then I will start over. So I used to be really into makeup when I was younger. It was um, something that I enjoyed and something that I was good at. And I always kind of had like a dream of being like one of these famous um, YouTubers that just got to sit and do this in the camera and talk to people about makeup and do makeup and stuff like that. But you don't always get to do what you want, which is fine. So I'm actually kind of excited to do this today. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. I look crazy. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but this is for my one of my journalism classes, my multimedia class, and I'm actually really excited to do this because I've always, since I was a kid, wanted to. Um, I think this is as much as I can get off. It kind of looks crazy right now. What I'm using to take off my makeup, I guess I can say, is I don't know how to pronounce it. It's micellar cleansing water. And I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm set up in front of the window at my apartment. And so I hope you can see everything. I'm gonna brush my hair out so it looks fine. My outfit today, I'm kind of like rambling everywhere and I'm sorry, but my outfit is this, it's like spandex material and it has these holes in the armpits. I don't know if that's for style or if it's so I could like go take a walk and not be sweating everywhere, but either way, whatever works. So when I start to do my makeup, I like to, this is nothing crazy. I'm not a makeup YouTuber, and definitely back in the day, I used to wear a lot more than I do now, but this is my bare face. I also, in my past, have like struggled with breakouts and stuff like that, so I try my best now to kind of keep it simple. My skin, I've learned, does not really like um, doesn't really like having a lot of stuff on it. So I just put moisturizer on my face to start out with. The stuff that I'm using, which I will show you in one moment after I put this on my face, is really nice. It feels like water, and you know how some moisturizer kind of um, it makes your skin feel greasy. I always had that problem, but because before I got medicine to like clear up my face, my skin was so oily and so gross, and I hated putting on moisturizer because I felt like it was making it 10 times worse. But this is what I use. It's Neutrogena Hydro Boost moisturizer. I know you can't really see it very well, but it also has sunscreen in it, which is also good for your face, and you should always wear sunscreen when you go outside. Sorry if I'm not making eye contact with the camera at all times. But okay, so I guess that's the first step that I do, and I feel like my face already looks like a little bit better than when I just took all of that makeup off. that I already had on. But a lot of the stuff that I use to do my makeup with is from the drugstore or like Walgreens or CVS. And I know that's not very like makeup girl of me, but I am a poor college student, and so this is what works for me. I also know that it's very important to some people that the brands of makeup that they use don't test on animals, and I'm just going to straight up say that I have no idea if any of this stuff that I'm using is good for that. I wish it was. I am also a vegetarian, so I should care more about that, but honestly, whatever I can find that's like the cheapest that also works for me is what I've been doing recently. But if you're interested in anything that I'm using, you could totally go look that up. I could right now, but then I'd be looking at my phone and stuff, and I don't want to do that. So, since I used to have a lot of breakouts, I use this. This is a tinted moisturizer. I don't use foundation often anymore unless I'm doing something like super big and super crazy. But I honestly think after this, I'll probably just go take a walk since I normally don't even. I just sit around in my apartment like this. But I might go do something now that I'm getting ready. Anyways, this, if you've ever had skin problems, you know that everyone's like, this brand is great and it rocks and whatever. And so I was like, well, if I'm looking for something to like kind of cover up the redness that I do have from like my previous skin issues, I was like, I should probably maybe get one that's like light and from a brand that um, that is for skin, good for your skin. And this one is also for redness prone skin, which I mentioned earlier. I have some stuff right here that I would like to cover up, I guess, if I go into public. It's not that important, but yeah. So I don't use a lot of it. I use like this much. It's not a lot, and honestly, it is tinted moisturizer, and I know I just put moisturizer on, so it probably sounds a bit weird, but this doesn't do a lot. It doesn't like make my face, like I don't even know if you'll be able to tell that well, because once you blend it in, I just use my fingers. I'm sure you could use a like sponge or something like that, but I just use my fingers to blend it in. And then once you do blend it in, it kind of just like, I don't know, like fades away. It looks more like a moisturizer than uh, than a foundation, which I like. I have learned to become way more comfortable in my own skin. I would say I got into doing my makeup when I was younger because I used to wear just like mascara, and it was more of like an experimental thing when I was like 13. I wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this to like look pretty for people or like anything like that. And then I one day didn't wear it to school, and someone walked up to me and she was like, you do not look good today. Like, what is different about you that is making you look horrible today? And I was like, dang, it's probably because I'm not wearing mascara. And then so from that day on, I know that the person now probably doesn't think anything about what they said, but I thought about that every day for like 2 years, and I would wear like foundation everywhere and like super thick dark black eyeliner, and I would not leave the house without doing that, which is really sad looking back on it. And you really don't need makeup to be pretty and to walk outside, but I know that it helps, and I know that it makes people feel better about themselves. So that is what I'm doing today. And this is how I would like feel most comfortable leaving my house. And also, I have black stuff on my hands, and I don't know what it came from besides maybe taking off my makeup a second ago. But anyways, next step, I have really bad, oh my goodness, it's everywhere. I have really bad dark circles. I know you probably can't see really well right now. And I don't know if I'm helping by being in the shade over here, because I can see better and I feel like I'm doing my makeup better than if I were to be here. But I'll show in the end what it looks like when like direct sunlight is on it. Um, Anyways, the foundation that I use to cover up, like, see that tinted moisturizer? I feel like it did something for my face, like it made my face brighter or something like that, but it didn't really like all the way cover up the stuff that I am not super fond of. So then I take this Maybelline New York Fit Me concealer in the shade Fair. I don't hope you can see this. And then I just use it to cover up any spots that I still feel like need a little extra help. But this is about as far as I go with putting stuff on my skin, because I feel like I break out really easily. And I wish it wasn't the case, because then I would do something crazier and I'd show you guys what I can actually do. But I feel like this will be alright for now. But I think, going back to what I was talking about earlier with how I got into makeup, I think that those kind of comments, although they really do like hurt you, especially when you're younger and like you don't know any better, and you take stuff like that to heart. Uh, I think it did help me realize that I really did enjoy doing stuff like this. And for a while, it was like I said, I always wanted to like start a YouTube channel and like and do makeup, because I've watched so many people. Like, a really popular um, makeup YouTuber is Nikki Tutorials, and she has like, I don't know, maybe like 12 million subscribers or something. And she started out by doing videos kind of like this, just like sitting in her room, and her camera quality wasn't great. And I mean, neither is mine, because I'm on my laptop using that camera. But I mean, I guess everyone has a moment where they're like, yeah, that wouldn't ever happen to me. Like, I would never blow up like that, and you kind of have to like move on. But I always did think that that was like super cool, and I was hoping that like one day that would be me, and I kind of got a bit of a reality check, but I guess I never tried. So I am sorry, it looks a little dark, and I don't know how to fix it. Oh, okay, that's better. I did get kind of a reality check, even though I never tried, but it is super fun. I'm glad that I got to do it for this class, because otherwise I don't think I ever would have sat down. I feel like it already does feel strange that I'm like sat in front of a camera talking to myself. I have no idea like what my roommates are thinking. They're probably like, why is she talking to herself while she's doing her makeup? What is my next step? Okay, you can see that kind of got it better. Nothing's perfect. I don't really try to make it super perfect anymore, because I definitely am a lot more comfortable. Oh yeah, I know what I'm looking for now. My makeup bag is this, and so it's very non-organized, and I apologize for digging through it and not being super prepared on that. It's just, I'm trying to be genuine here. Okay, so next, this is my favorite part. I always get random makeup from like my mom, or that I feel like that's my makeup collection, to be honest. It's like my mom will be like, I got this, like I got this in the mail, and like I don't wear stuff like this, so you can have it. And that is how a big part of how I have so much random stuff. So I don't know a lot about it, and I wouldn't say that I like swear by any of it by any means, but I do like it for myself and it works for me. And maybe it could work for you guys too. Who knows? But I just put it like this. I know it looks crazy right now, but you have to trust the process. I know that on goodness, I lost my. I know that on TikTok there are such things as like e-girls or whatever, and they like put blush all over their entire face, which is cool. I'm not trying to have that look right now. I am going to blend it out with this little sponge guy. But I do think that a little bit of blush in these areas of your face kind of helps you look a little bit more alive, a little bit like you've been out in the sun and you've actually stepped foot outside. This is something that I am experimenting with right now because I feel like it's almost summertime and I look super, super pale. But if you put it like in the blush in these areas just super lightly, it kind of gives off the like the the sun-kissed look, if you will. It's like it makes your cheeks and like your face where you would get a sunburn sometimes. Not that I'm trying to look like I have a sunburn, but I think it's kind of a nice, like it just makes you look like you do stuff and you like go outside and whatever. It's hard to see really on this camera. Maybe if I do go in this light, I don't know. But it definitely looks more pink in person, so I don't want to like super rub it on there and then be looking like a clown makeup girl in real life. But and then I kind of just take my fingers and go like that. That was Milk makeup. I have no idea what the color is. It's Work, spelled WERK. And this is super cool because you can use it as like on your lips as like lipstick or chapstick or whatever, or you could put it here if you would like and use it as like a pink sort of like eyeshadow. And then on your cheeks you can do that too, which I like. And this works really well because this tinted moisturizer that I use is like wet, and then the concealer is also wet, so then this kind of just like when you put it in there, this isn't wet, but it's like some sort of material that like blends well with like the, I don't know if wet is the right word for describing this, but I feel like you know what I mean. So yeah, my face, it doesn't really look like it's pink right now, but I promise you that in person, it looks a bit more pink. Okay, and then next I am going to, actually, I'm going to do my eyebrows next because I have these really thick eyebrows and I feel like they're always doing something crazy. And I didn't discover this until just today, but this that I use to put on my eyebrows, it's like a gel. It kind of just like helps them to stay in place all day. When I was reading off the name of it, it's called CoverGirl Professional Natural Lash, which leads me to believe that this is like eyelash primer. You like put it on to make your eyelashes longer. before you put on mascara. And I had been led to believe this whole time that, sorry, it's dark again. Okay. That it was for your eyebrows. So I guess I've been using eyelash gel on my eyebrows, but I genuinely know that people use stuff like this because I'm also using this to do my eyebrows, which is empty on both sides because I used it. But one was meant for the lashes, and then one side was meant for the eyebrows, and then I ran out of the eyebrow side to keep my eyebrows like stuck in place. And then I didn't want to go buy more, so I just used the eyelash side for my eyebrows again, and it worked all the same, so it's fine. I take this brush, it's really nice, but again, I've never really done my makeup in the camera before, so if it looks crazy, we'll just give it a minute, and I will sculpt them so they don't look super crazy. I think it's awesome. I like this like fluffy look a little bit. I think makeup trends are cool because like when I was super into makeup in like 2016, it was all about like having like super boxy, like drawn in eyebrows. And not saying that that's not okay now and that people don't do it still, but it was definitely like super crazy looking, at least on me, because I look back on pictures of myself when I was like really into makeup. I was like, Molly, what were you doing? And like, why didn't anyone tell me that my eyebrows looked so crazy? And I'm just sitting here thinking like I'm talking about how I like my eyebrows to look all feathery like this, but I'll probably stumble across this video in my future and be like, why are you doing your eyebrows like that? You know? And that's fine. I think that's fun. I think that's cool how the way people do their makeup is always changing. I think it's fun. And anyways, I use this empty thing to kind of like brush them out because that is a strange, it's a weird brush, the one that comes in here. It's good at getting it on, but then I feel like it makes it a little crazy, so I need an easier brush to work with to make it look more normal. And honestly, they still might look crazy because I'm normally looking into a mirror. I have it with me right here just so I can see, but yeah, I don't, it might look a little crazy to you guys. I promise it probably looks better in person. I don't know how true that is. If you saw me in person, you might say it looks bad. But okay, then I guess I don't need to do, but I like to do if I'm gonna go outside and do things. I use bronzer, and I think it's fun because I mean, this is the first time I'm even reading what kind of bronzer this is, because my friends will come like hang out with me, and if this is kind of old, but if me and my friends would like go out, they would bring all of their makeup and then they would leave it with me, and I'd be like, hey, you left your bronzer at my house, and they'd be like, I literally don't care, like I never even wear makeup. I was definitely like the makeup friend. People would always be like, will you do my makeup before we go out and stuff like that. So anyways, that's also how I've collected a lot of my makeup, is from people just leaving it with me, and they're like, I don't want that back, I don't care that much. And I'm like, sweet, I got new stuff. So then I take this bronzer and I go like that. And it's hard to talk because when I do that, I have to like bite my cheeks for some reason. I don't know, it's like a habit. And I'm not a professional, so don't take a lot of what I'm saying to heart by any means. But what I've actually learned from TikTok, I think, is that you can, if you put your bronzer higher up and like drag it more upwards rather than, like, for example, when I was doing my makeup a lot when I was younger, I would like put it right here instead of like up here. And it kind of like definitely drags your face down, in my opinion, at least on my like face shape. Um, it it definitely does, and I look back at old pictures and I'm like, wow, I wish I knew like this technique back then too. And it probably is different for everyone, but I definitely think that it lifts your face up if you do it that way. Um, and so for this, I think the golden rule is like do a three, like a three shape and a three shape like that. Um, so get it on your, I think it's because of like where shadows hit your face. I'm not like a makeup scientist or anything. I just like know what I've done my whole life and like what I've watched other makeup YouTubers do. And I kind of just follow that blindly without really caring much else about it. Um, so yeah, and obviously you could just go like that, but that's just like the general location of where it's supposed to be, I think. And it just sculpts your face out a little more than it would have been before, which I think is nice. But I think it's also super hard to find a bronzer that doesn't look super orange, which some people like, and that's fine. But I personally like a more cool toned, like brown one. And this works. I don't remember if I read it. It's complex culture, overtime contour, powder, and power player. And that's what it looks like. I don't really know where to get it because, like I said, it's my friend's. But I also, this might look weird, but I like to drag it down onto my neck with whatever I'm wearing because I don't want it to look too crazy. I don't want my face to be like bronzed and then my neck to be white because it looks a little silly, in my opinion. And then I take it and then I drag it across my nose. I don't really know how many people do that because a lot of people will contour their nose and they'll take a line right here and a line right here and then kind of like sculpt out like a little boop on their nose. And I used to do that, and if I'm going somewhere more fancy, then I will do that, but not today. Today is just a normal day of getting ready. Super easy. And I don't normally do this every day, but I figured since I'm doing a video or a live stream, I might as well go all out for it, and use as many products that I use as I can. That didn't really make sense, but this one's Becca, the brand Becca, and it's a highlighter. And I've literally had this since I was a small kid, and you can see it's nearly empty. You can see the bottom of the pan, and I've dropped it so many times that it's literally just smashed up powder. But I still love it. I still think it's awesome. I don't use it every day, but when I think it's a nice little addition. You just put it on the tip of your nose and then tap it in, and it just makes you look like you have a little button nose, which I like personally. Not everyone does. I used to put it here, like how you can see where the light's like hitting that, and that's like a higher point on your face. I used to like put the highlight above my mouth, and then my mom would always like she'd make jokes about it, and she'd be like, "It looks like you're sweating," and I kind of do agree with her now in these days, but back then I was like, "Mom, you just don't understand makeup. Like, you don't understand what everyone's doing these days, so I don't know why you're talking about it." But yeah, I totally get it. It can be. Even when I put too much on, like here, I'm like, "Ooh, it kind of look like I'm sweating today." But I think it's a nice addition or whatever you want to call it. Um, and then I guess I will do my lips. I don't know what brand this is from, but it's really nice. It's like a big crayon. I do not. I refuse to use liquid lipstick anymore because I have a horror story that I will tell you as I'm doing this. It was prom my senior year of high school, and I wore this like bright red liquid lipstick to prom, but it was more like uh, it was it was more like a maroon, like super dark, super intense, and I wanted it. Um, Sorry, I don't know how to make that turn off. It's really annoying me. Anyway, sorry. I like brain farted there. I went to prom. I had on this liquid lipstick and it started cracking. And if anyone knows about liquid lipstick, it's like uh, super hard to get off. It's supposed to be like super durable, but I don't think any of them actually are. I mean, they are to an extent, but I had it on and I was like drinking water or something, and then like the parts here started to crack off, and I was like, I feel ugly. Like, this is prom. I'm supposed to feel like a pretty princess, and I was like, this is horrible. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. So my prom date had to go into Casey's and buy chapstick, and I had to like try to rub it super hard all over my mouth to try to get it to look normal, or at least just like red, like a lip gloss or something. So ever since then, I have refused to buy liquid lipstick, and I really like this stuff because it still looks like there's color on my lips, but it's not anything too insane, and if it comes off, it comes off, and whatever, you can reapply it and it's fine. And then, although I do like the red color, I don't know if super red is necessary for today, but these are just my two favorites, and I feel like they match with my skin tone pretty well, so that's why I'm using them. I forgot to mention what this one was. This one is NARS, and in the color Aragon. I think it's really pretty because you can still get the red color without having to be scared that it's going to like chip off throughout the day and like look bad and look stupid. I don't know. I like it a lot, and I'm glad that I have it. Let's see. I don't think I have very much left to do besides my mascara, which I will say. So sorry about the dings on my laptop. This mascara is like the best I've ever used in my entire life, and I guess I haven't used that many, but they're super expensive mascaras out there in the world, and this is like maybe like $10, whereas other ones can be like 30, which is really crazy when this works exactly the same. I've never had any issues with it being like clumpy or like spidery. I know that some people like that, but I definitely don't like when my eyelashes do that. So this one's called Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express. And it looks like this. It's blue, and this is what the wand looks like. It has these like super like tiny and spaced out teeth. I think that's actually what you call things like that. And it makes it so that when you put it on your eyes, I don't have very big eyelashes to begin with. I wish I had bigger ones. And it doesn't help that I have like leftover crusties that I just took off. But this one always does a good job at making my eyelashes look nicer, which is great. And then I just drag these corners up to make my eyes a little bit less ouch, a little bit less droopy than what they once were. I don't put any on the bottom anymore. I used to, but then I kind of feel like it makes my eyes smaller, because when there's a lot of dark around your eyes, they begin to look smaller. See the difference between, the difference between this one and this one? It's like a pretty nice difference. I feel like this is pretty good stuff. It's dark again. So I'm going to do that to the other side, and I really can't see right now. I might have to clean this up in my little mirror that I have. I'm not sure yet. The sun is like kind of blinding me in one of my eyes. Never mind. I am pretty bad at like multitasking, talking, and doing my makeup, because normally I'm in silence. But this is fun. I like doing it. I hope I don't contradict myself, because I haven't done this yet. I'm like, I have never once experienced these being clumpy, and now because I can't really see, it like turns out super clumpy, but I don't think so. I think it looks fine. I think it looks good. So that's pretty much it for what I do on like a regular day to get ready. Brush my hair out again. I'll show you what this looks like in like the super bright lighting that you can see right here. Yep. I have a line on my face. I don't know if you can. Let me try to move this. I don't know. I can't see because I'm being absolutely blinded right now, but that's what it looks like in good lighting. And then this is what it looks like back here in normal lighting, although I can't really see right now because my eyes were in the sun. But yeah, this is what I do to get ready. And now I'm probably going to go walk outside, depending on what time it is. It's 6:20. I might go get like a drink somewhere, not like an alcoholic drink, just like a just like a nice drink that tastes good. But I hope everyone that watched this has a super nice day, and thank you for listening to me talk about random stuff, and sorry about all the noises. And I hope I do something like this again. This was fun. Have a good day.